You might need to redo that every time. You might need to... Hang on. Is that... Please tell me.
You might need to redo that.
Okay, good. Pepsi Max Cherry is... Mwah, Michael. I wholeheartedly support that decision. It's like at some point, like just however long, at some point along the line, somewhere in the PC, it fails to connect something with the graphics drivers. And everything just goes and freezes up. It's really strange. Let's run the game again. The YouTube streaming channel is just going to look a fucking mess from today, isn't it? We've got a 36-minute stream, a 42-minute stream, a 50-minute stream, a 16-minute stream, and then however long this one ends up being. Oi, oi, oi. Now I've updated the drivers, I guarantee it's fine. I honestly don't know what's causing it. There's something faulty somewhere inside the PC, but what component is faulty, I don't know. Is the game going to load, or are we just going to sit on this screen? Fucking Nora. That fucking game won't load. Just please. Oh, thank Christ for that. My fucking heart went then. This thing, like, if I play on console, I know I'm gonna get no fucking issues with the actual game itself. Please just be on Blackburn match day. Thank you. Right. Let's try it again, again, for the 7th time today. Ready? Fucking kill me. It's match day against Blackburn Rovers. They have Sam Gallagher up top, Sammy Schmodix at cam. They're missing 2 through international... I was going to say international management. Two through international duty. Weirdly, we shouldn't be having any... Well, I say weirdly, it's just the game not working properly, is it? the Championship shouldn't have any games played whilst there's an international round of fixtures. The Premier League and the Championship, stop. But in-game, apparently, on occasion, they don't. So they're missing 2 players through international management and Callum Britton through suspension. I am missing loads through international management, as it happens. International fucking duty. We're missing 6 players. Roden, Dallas, Somerville, Kamara, James and Cooper. So thankfully only 2 from our starting lineup, but it means that the bench is now full of those youngsters that we're trying to get out on loan or that are going to go out on loan. So Cresswell gets a start and Anthony gets a start on the left-hand side as well. We will change that away kit, so it's the one that we're wearing. And it does actually say Ewood Park here, even though on the other screen it said Ivy Lane. But it is actually updated to see Ewood Park in-game, so to speak. So we'll see what we can do against Blackburn. They're not having a very good season. We're having a very good season, so we should win and hopefully it might send us top of the league. I'm loading something else up on the TV. That's why the audio's cut. Don't panic. Please don't tell me there's any issues with the stream right now. Yeah, we were 3-0 up. We were 3-0 up. Right, let's try again. It's only 3 o'clock. It feels like it's fucking 10 PM. Junior Firpo inside to Gruev. Gelhart continuing on in that central cam spot. Ampadu getting forward well here. Non-tote. Good look for Ampadu again. Spin. It's Gruev from distance on his left. It's well struck, but well blocked and just slammed away. Blackburn probably going to be doing a lot of defending here, I imagine, on this particular match day, but they're going to have possession back now. Markanday. And Carter now. Cut back. Junior Firpo just says ta very much, and off we go. And they've actually stepped quite high with the rest of their line there. Jaden Ante's not rapid. He's fast enough here to get away. We'll look for Bamford through that gap. Try and get that back to Gellart. Try and sort his feet out. Can't find a teammate. Ah. I'll have that. Thank you. Oh. Gruev. And Ampadu under close watch from a Blackburn man, but not... Whoa, Jesus Christ, Jaden. Keep your eye on the ball, pal. That's what you need to be watching. Ampadu, out-muscled by Sammy Smodix, who's half his size. Ampadu just says, I want that back, thank you. 1-2 with Nonto, maybe. He's going again through that gap. Oh, hello. Where did Mr. Pickering come from? Nicely intercepted by Cresswell. It was well built by Blackburn, in fairness to them. Sharp turn. I do like Nonto's dribbling. It's really feels really fluid and predictable, most importantly. Bamford out wide. Archie Gray cross blocked. It'll be a corner. 20 minutes in, we have the opportunity to potentially try and get ourselves in front. Oof. Good save by the keeper. Really good stop. Ampadu with the header. Nonto will deliver again. Couldn't quite get there. Can Bamford win that? No, that's going to fall. Oh, he's going to chase after it. Cresswell, first time. Ugh. Cresswell and Gray driven hard. See ya, bye. Archie Gray's arriving. Quick cut back to Nonto. And again, help on its way. It's Jaden Anthony in the box. It's well blocked. Chances are starting to come a bit more regularly now for us here about the half-hour mark. Blackburn feeling the pressure. Gruev crumbling under the pressure of trying to find an important pass. I know where that wants to go. I was just trying to switch to Cresswell quickly enough. Markanday. Schmodix. Well in. Markanday intercepts that. Gruev says start. Anthony. And Gellar. Ampadu out wide. And Gray. Monto's the obvious. And then I just want to... There you go. Bamford made a good run. Oh, trying to slot it. Keeper just threw a leg at it. It was enough. Needed Bamford to make the right run past the defender there. He did exactly that. Very, very pleased with Patrick Bamford. I wasn't sure if me and he would click. Because you know what I'm like sometimes with players that have his sort of stats. But it's gone very well with Patrick Bamford so far this season. But we haven't gotten a goal out of him yet so far in this one. Haven't gotten a goal out of anyone so far in this one. I'm trying my hardest though. Jaden Anthony ends up in a heap on the floor. Did we have a... All right. Fair enough. Bye. Thank you, ads. Everything running as it should do for you guys, your end. Please confirm in chat. I'd appreciate it. Oh, I nearly got there. Apparently fouled a man in doing so. Garrett. Picked off by Gruev. And Ampadu to Bamford. Looking for Nonto. Nonto versus Pickering for pace. It's only going to end one way. And Gail Hart. And Jaden Anthony. That was meant for Bamford. Saj. Oh, what a chance to waste. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Nil-nil at half-time. What is Hyams? Is it Luke Hyam? It's not. It's Dominic Hyam. Luke Hyams must be a centre mid. I'm trying, Daniel. I'm trying. Garrett. I mean, he's taking his sweet-ass time about it. Hyam. I can't get it off him. Can we get to that? No. Gallagher. He's turned brilliantly. Absolutely sold two. Here's now Garrett. Cresswell steps in. We have found that anyone that isn't of the first team squad, whenever we've called upon them, they have been reliable. Strike from Sammy Schmodix. Save from Melier. Best chance of the game for Blackburn. Schmodix will take the corner himself and delivers it well. Nonto's up to win the header. Garrett will get it back out wide again. Schmodix. Needs that support because he's got none right now. Here's Carter. Oh, I thought I was going to get to the ball there. Tackled Carter. Strauch does nicely. Anthony forward to Bamford. Look for Anthony again. Not going to be quite the quick, free-flowing counter-attack that I hoped I'd put together there, but we'll slow it up. We'll spread it out. Try and find some space. Archie Gray and Ampadu. Have to go to Gray and then to Nonto. Quickly into Bamford. Who do I go to? Nonto. No, actually, I'm going to go to Archie Gray here, you know. Gray down the line. Gray with a delivery. Looking for Jade Nanty at the back post to straight up. Ran past the bloody ball. Gruev should win this and has done well. And Ampadu has Nonto in support. Archie Gray's going to go again. We'll play the 1-2. Then get it in there to Bamford. It's Gelhardt even. Bamford's over here. And I just can't seem to work the opportunity against Blackburn at the moment. An hour in and it's still 0-0. Nice touch by Pickering to burst past the man. Gray's chugging away, trying to catch up with Dolan, who just seemed to forget the ball, seemingly there. Nonto's away. I've got Gelhardt with me. We'll look for Joe. He can't get there. Hyam does well. Should have gone to feet rather than a through ball, shouldn't I? To make a change. Shackleton on for Gruev. To run out wide. Tronstad and Gallagher. Schmodix. Nicely played. Dolan. He's away. You're not going to have that though, mate. Dink. Come on, Wilfred. Thank you. Through the gap. Onside here, Joe. Not electric. Quick to get away, though. But we've got the support. And Ampadu. Oh, I couldn't quite press pass quickly enough. Shut up, ref. Win that header. Okay, Sam Gallagher chests it down. I was trying to change to number 30 there to Joe and it wouldn't let me. Offside? Offside. Junior. Oh, I rushed that. I shouldn't have played that pass. Maybe we will Pirro in. Fleck off the bench for them here on loan from Sheffield United. It's one of the January transfer window IRL transfers that we made pre-save. Here's Gelhardt now. Archie Gray arriving at pace. Nonto with me. Archie Gray again. Looks to deliver. It'll be a corner. 14 or so minutes to go. Taking Bamford off and bringing Pirro on. Hoping that that is the change that gives us what we need. Oh, Jorginho Rutter heading over the top of the bar. Unfortunately, he's come on the left-hand side now, and I've pushed him further forward into a left wing role rather than left mid, just to try and get him a bit more involved in the forward areas on the pitch. Gelhardt will get this in front there to Nonto, who's got Pirro with him. Nonto's going again, but Pirro just can't find the space to find the return pass. Fleck to Dominic Hyam, and with 10 minutes to go here, we're destined for a 0-0 draw against Blackburn Rovers, which is frustrating because I have played this game once, had technical issues and had to replay it, and I was 3-0 up last time I played this game. Now we're drawing 0-0, and it looks like I'm about to get a bloody point when previously I had all three. You never know, we might not even get one if they're able to find a late winner. Gelhardt. Nonto's going still. And still. And still. And Gray. Cut it back. Oh, good tackle. 5 to go. Changes for Blackburn. Still trying to force the issue here and get this goal to give us a 1-0 win if we can. Nonto. Bamford. Is Pirro even? Yes! Thank Christ for that! Yoel Pirro off the bench. And he does score goals, doesn't he? Praise the Lord. We will get the 3 points that we previously were going to get. Pirro to the top corner. He's reliable. Very, very reliable. 1-0 Leeds. Daniel rejoices. Oh, Botrix, piss off. What are you doing in there? For fuck's sake, Botrix. You're happy? I bet you're even happier that it was Pirro that scored the goal, weren't you, Daniel? A fellow Swede. Fleck. Into Dolan. It's not done yet. Dolan forward, and he's faster than... Man, at right back. Cresswell steps in. Breathe a sigh of relief. 3 minutes added on here. Not entirely too sure why 3 are added on, but we'll try and deal with it. Thought the pass to Ampadu was on there. Evidently it wasn't. Here's Tronstad now. Shackleton steps in well. Well done, Jamie. Off the bench to make an impact. Ampadu can't quite get there. All there. But does get to that one. Oh, he's in the bloody way, Ethan Ampadu. Cresswell with a challenge. 3 minutes played. 3 minutes gone. Final whistle sounds. Breathe a giant sigh of relief. Leeds 1. Blackburn 0. We left it late, but Yoel Pirro is great. QPR win, which is annoying. Leicester, I imagine, have won as well. No, they haven't played yet. Ooh, I thought for a moment. Venezia coming with a short-term loan for Claesson as well. We've got all of the youngsters going out on loan now, which is fantastic. Jamie Shackleton's complaining a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be fine. If Leicester win, they go back top. That's another youngster going out on loan. It's Matteo Joseph, going to go to Frosinone for 6 months in January. We are lessening our squad a little bit, but it's not a problem. Loan bid for Ethan Donnelly now. Good. I'll accept the short-term loan, but actually there's one from Middlesbrough here, which is a loan to buy. We've already got 2 players on loan at Middlesbrough, as we saw earlier. Yeah, I know. You recall Jaden Anthony if you want. I'm not really that fussed, if I'm completely honest. Right, Swansea City on the Saturday next. Hopefully everybody is fit again. They are not, but hopefully everybody is available for selection again. They are. So let me go and fiddle with my first team squad, and then we'll go and play Swansea. Did Leicester win their game in hand? They did. And by the same bloody margin again as well. Who's the other one? Cresswell. Okay, happy? Nope. Okay, happy? Yep. This is a simmed one, isn't it? Swansea. Yeah, Swansea and Tranmere were simmers, weren't they? The swap tops. I really don't rate Jean-Philippe Mateta. In real life, I really don't rate him. Judging by what I've seen of him at Palace, anyway. Kazbaz, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate it. Ahoy. Ahoy. Dynamic potential is the best addition they've made to the game in a long time. Agreed. Swansea in 21st place in the league. Threatened with relegation. Still got Joe Allen in their midfield. Pochetta on the right. Jamal Lowe on the left. We've beaten them this year in the Cup. And we would now like to go and do the same in the league. This is one of the simulated games for the day, but obviously we need to change things around a little bit for this one, which isn't a problem. We have the squad depth to do so. Throw Jamie Shackleton in there. We can throw Dan James on the left. And Robertson at right back as well. I'm quite happy with that. I'll put some fresher names on the bench as well. We should be able to get a result here. I'll be disappointed if we don't get a result here, basically. And Piro's probably earned a start after that last one as well, hasn't he? Go on then, lad. I've changed tops again. It's Pochetta, is it, Kieran? Thank you, mate. Like Chester Holver. Come on, gentlemen. At Elland Road against the side that have 8 points so far this season compared to our 20-something. We should be getting the result. Allen. Pochetta. Back to Allen. And Cooper. Swansea mean business. Oh, my God. Oh! It's fine. Chill. Chill. I wasn't worried. Neither were you. Long. Gruev and Dan James play the ball through the gap to Bamford, sorry, to Pirro. He's going all the way around the outside. Firpo, James, Pirro's still there. It's Rute! It's a good save. Nonto with the corner, 11th minute. Leeds pressing. Crowd are really on top of you here at Elland Road, aren't they? Do love grounds that have the fans right on top of the play. Really intimidating for away teams. Will he change to a CDM or a fullback maybe, Marcus? It's Dan James. Okay, let's run straight into the man. Never mind, play continues. Scored, of course, last time we played Swansea, didn't he? Dan James as the former Swansea. Oh my God, what a run. Oh. A little bullish CDM. Mascherano style. Here's Giannelli looking to get away. He's got the legs to do so, and that is a very important touch from the fullback. Really important touch. Nonto and Pirro. Connor Roberts getting forward at right back, but just happy keeping possession for the time being. Here's Ruter. It's building really nicely. Can we keep it going? Shackleton, Nonto, runners all around him. Still people moving left, right and centre for him. He's going all the way to the ground anyway. Nonto and Shackleton, and Nonto are getting bullied out of it at the minute with my smaller players here. Swansea winning the physical encounter on this particular match day, but Roberts will find Jorginho Ruter here. We're trying to build down the right-hand side. Not a lot to show you so far in the highlights. Hoping that there might be a goal or two at some point. Nonto could cut this back. Ruter is there. He's got Pirro with him and a number of others. It's going to fall for Pirro. I think that was deflected wide off Cabango. It was indeed. Nonto will take the corner into the middle. Win this header. Flicked away. Who's going to get there first? It's Shackleton. And Roberts now. Prolonged pressure on this Swansea goal. Shackleton still. Twists brilliantly. Pirro holding up the play. Shackleton. Dan James is through that gap. Here is Dan. Spin if you can, mate. If it does end up going into the back of the net here, it's been the most prolonged, elongated spell of pressure we've seen for a while. Rushforth waits the save. Scrap all of it. Leeds with a corner, 34th minute. Nonto with a poor one. Doesn't beat the first man. Rosen recovers possession. Shackleton still has Nonto out wide, but he's going himself here, Jamie. Is he going to go for goal, perhaps? No. Finds Pirro to Ruter. Surely from here. 1-0 to the home side. Leeds United take the lead against the Jack Army. And Swansea have come a long way. And hopefully they'll go all the way back home with nothing. Hey Blazer, how are you, mate? I get the frame drops going into the cutscene, Blazer, yeah, but then it's fine. But it's going from gameplay to cutscene, it's framey. It's a well-known issue at the moment, but I don't know anything about a potential fix on the way, I'm afraid. The actual majority of the cutscenes themselves are fine for me, but it does get framey going into them. Afternoon, Chris. It's Jamal Lowe. Nice idea. Pirro. Back to Roden. Down the line. Ruter. Just laying it in front. Shackleton will eventually, somehow, get there. Transitions. Yeah, that's a good... That's effectively what it is, isn't it? It's the transition that's framey. Giannelli back to Cooper. Challenge from Connor Roberts on Jamal Lowe is excellently timed. Pirro looking for Nonto again. Not quite so well timed. We'll have this lead till half-time, I think. Can we extend it before half-time? I mean, Pirro's through that gap if you want to play the pass. Has found now, Yoel Pirro. Never mind. He's Pirro. Oh, ref, he's just beaten his man. Fucking hell. You get them on corners, as in the gameplay, when the corner is taken. Can you fully describe what you mean by I get them on corners? Dan James, Ruter. One is enough, but at the minute, ourselves and Leicester are kind of... Oh, what a ball! Oh my God! That's right, calm down. Ourselves and Leicester are kind of going head to head. We both keep winning, and we both keep winning by the same margin. So Leicester keep holding on to that league title position above us at the moment. So every time we win by a goal, they win by a goal. So hopefully at some point they'll just drop points. But in the meantime, if we are to match their result with a victory, it would be nice to actually score more goals than they do. Or at least win by a bigger margin than they do. And go top ourselves. James too, Pirro with options but bundled out of it. Josh Key. Forward into Paqueta. Josh Key again. He's got options in the middle. One of which is Joe Roden. Thank you very much. When your player is just about to take the corner. As in when they're running up to it, when they're striking the ball, or when it cuts to them. Pirro. And Dan James. Option out wide left. There you go. Lovely ball. Junior Firpo Got Dan James with him still if he needs him. Can he deliver across? Not from there. He's not going to deliver across. He's going straight to Josh Key. I wonder, ads. Maybe. Probably. Actually, probably not. Leicester. Got Ndidi still in co, don't they? Firpo. Nicely to Gruev. And into Ruter. Out wide. Nonto. Through the gap. Pirro. Nonto's going again. Pirro's going solo. He's going to need some support now. Here it is. And Ruter. Pirro's there. He's tried to force the shot. Winks and Chowdhury would be ahead of you, yeah. Is indeed he not at Leicester anymore? "20 minutes to go here. Might make a change." See, it was a bit framey when I pressed pause there. Oh, indeed he doesn't play as a CDM anymore. You play him at centre-back. Janelli. Oh, just out and out centre mid. Fair enough. Well up, Dan. Strong header. Shackleton. Rushing, running, racing everywhere. Nonto, Pirro. Nonto again. He's got the pace, but he's low on stamina at the minute, Wilfred Nonto. Connor Roberts into Pirro. Never mind. Jamal Lowe is just head down and run, Steve McManaman style. He's Choa on. Down the left-hand side. That's not great at all. There's not much that's highlight worthy from this game, is there really, other than the goal? James into Firpo. If we could add a second goal, that would certainly be highlight worthy. Junior Firpo down the left. And a decent cross, and Ruter could square it. Is it going to fall? No. With that header. Comfortable. Gruev and Shackleton. Nonto's there. Nonto is waiting to come off. But continuing on for now. And here's Connor Roberts. And he's bursting down the right. Find the cross. Pirro's there. Pirro's got Ruter. Pirro doesn't need him. That'll be the 3 points. There's not been much to show you in this game outside of the 2 goals. So I will probably only show you the 2 goals. But 2 goals means that we're winning by 2-0. And maybe, just maybe, if Leicester also win, having a 2-goal margin of victory here might send us top of the table. We've been bouncing back and forth with Leicester City. Every time they win, we win. And we match each other's winning margin as well. So whilst we stay level on points, level on goal difference, it's their goals scored tally that's kept them above us. But now, if they win by a single goal and we win by 2, we'll go top on goal difference. And hopefully that should see us at the top of the championship as we push towards the latter stages of this month. We have a game against Coventry City to play away from home in the next one. And then hopefully the straightforward task of just seeing Tranmere off in the Carabao Cup. But for now, we're going to be very, very happy with the 3 points away from, at home against Swansea. Now we travel away from home, so I'll swap shirts again for the game against Coventry. And fingers crossed, we might just be top of the table come the end of the day. Leicester, 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 Leicester. Can't see. QPR drew, though, which is good news for us. Leicester might not have played yet. They haven't again. Coventry in a few days' time. And that is another player going out on loan. El Dense, the destination for Diogo Montero. And Christopher Claesson going to Ipswich for 6 months on a short-term loan as well. Just need to fiddle with my training plan to ensure that everybody's going to be fully fit for the next game, which they should now be. I wonder if Nonto's going to get there. If I do that, he will. So apply for all starting 11. Everybody will get their fitness back. Anybody that needs fitness on the bench will be fine. Yeah, good. Everybody's going to be exactly where we need them, other than Ruter or Pirro, but that's fine. On the way towards the game against Coventry City then. Now, when Leicester play is going to be the case of finding out as we go here. Ethan Donnelly going to Malmö for 6 months. And the anticipation's building. Leeds United, top of the table. It's taken 14 games to get there, but Leicester only drew on match day 14. So we have a 2-point lead at the top of the table. All three of the top sides have all only lost one game so far this year. And crucially, we haven't played Southampton or Leicester yet. We will do soon, though, I fear. We've Leicester tomorrow and Southampton the episode after that. It's getting tight at the top continually, but everybody that's... Oh, shush, go away. Everybody that's playing well maintains their starting spot, and everybody club-wise behind us is just starting to wobble a little bit whilst we plough on. Let's go again, Coventry away. Actually, might as well show you their starting lineup as we get there. So then, Coventry City will be with Josh Sims up top, Allen at cam, Josh Eccles in the midfield, Latabodiere at right back, Moore in goal wearing the captain's armbands, Casey Palmer on the bench. They've got O'Hare on the bench as well. Tavares will be an option too. Coventry, not bad. Where are they in the league? 14th place in the division. Not bad, but also not great. Costume change, please. Lucas, thank you for the follow, mate. Can I name a player for an edit, Baggy? What sort of... I'm not entirely too sure what you mean. You mean you're just designing a graphic? Oosh. We're utilising the youth system a little bit, Davidenki, yes, but we haven't found anyone other than one player so far that looks like they're going to be any good. Ads confirming that the latest squad update is now available in-game if you wanted to download it. I'm changing shirt, Davidenki, when we play in the shirt that I can change to, effectively. Right, I'm just going to have a quick toilet break, and then we will record the Coventry game and the Tranmere game, and then head on Formula 1. BRB. Would you look at that? Everything's still up and running when I get back. Loving life. All it took was an update of graphics drivers. Who knew? Coming in, Coventry, you slags. Does Pyro start? I wonder. I wonder. Do we start Pyro or do we not start Pyro? Pyro or Bamford? It's got to be Pyro, really, doesn't it? After the heroics off the bench against Blackburn and then scoring against Swansea. He's the man in form. DJ. Anyone other than Bamford? Bamford was my top goal scorer in the league till recently. Sims, little flick. Mason, Eccles. Coventry starting with a decent spell of possession at the beginning of the game. Have the capability in the squad to dominate the ball. Whether they will do it for the full 90 or not remains to be seen. I think I said Josh Sims up top on the intro. It's not, is it? It's Ellis Sims. I don't know why I said Josh. I think I said Josh. I don't know. I'm losing all track of mind, body and ball at the minute. Can you get Alzheimer's at 35? I guess so. Pyro gets the start today. Are you going to go for me, Joe? No. Okay. Great. Nonto kind of went through his chest. Ampadu and Gelhart, Gruev, Furpo. Covering the passing lanes and marking tight here, Coventry. This is going to be... you can tell already that this is going to be a difficult game. Latabaudiere getting forward down the right-hand side. Latabaudiere, a name that my brain would automatically associate with Swansea, our previous opponents. I don't know whether I'm mistaken with that or whether he's recently moved to Coventry. Relatively recently moved to Coventry. I'm sure live chat will update me, but that's a decent delivery, and Ellis could have been underneath it, but he gave up on it, and Strauch wins the header. Pyro used an arm there to try and get that under control, so Coventry will come forward again, and Allen and Mason Clark. He's a new signing from Peterborough, I think, Mason Clark on the wing for Coventry now. Might be mistaken with that as well. I think that's just, I'm getting a flashback as to one of the transfers I did before we started the save. I think that might have been a January transfer in real life that's just gone through. Lovely ball out wide to Mason Clark here, regardless of where he's from, how long he's been at Coventry. He's at Coventry now, and he's causing me problems. Bidwell and Sheaf and Ampadu. He's so solid. I do really like Ethan Ampadu. Out to Archie Gray. Flattened. He was at Swansea last year. There we go. Barry only gets worse when you become a dad. Really? We'll find out, Jambi. Or is that just the lack of sleep? Eccles and Mason Clark's a heavy touch. Corner given. Corner given. Despite the calls from the home crowd for a penalty. Not the set piece they wanted. Pyro's up. Pyro away. Mason Clark will recover. Sakamoto back inside. Latabaudiere to Mason Clark. I cannot do anything against Coventry so far. They've walked all over me, but crucially, they can't seem to find that final ball. They haven't tested Melier yet. They get to the edge of my box and then they run out of ideas. Jesus Christ. Junior Furpo nearly ran out of the ability to be on the pitch because I thought he was going to get sent off for a two-footed, red-footed two-footed red card lunge. Roden, switch that, nod it back. Don't know what play style Coventry play with, but it's not one that I'm enjoying playing against. I'll tell you that much. For damned free. Pirro. Firpo's arriving, and he's on the run. And he's got Latabaudiere on the back foot. He's also got no real support here, so we'll dink it. Oh, and Pirro's there! Yoel Pirro, Leeds 1, Coventry 0. He's got the Gabby Jesus celebration as his default, but Bamford started the season as the go-to striker. Pirro has taken over. Lovely little nod to bring it down in front of the defender, and on his weaker right foot, he's buried it. It's been all Coventry so far, but it's us that take the lead. They must have had so much possession, Coventry. 62%, but they've had no shots with it. We've had one. And we buried it. Daniel, are you still here? Am I pronouncing Pirro's name correctly? Is it Yoel, not Joel? Is it Yoel Pirro? Because of the Scandinavian aspect. Pirro's... He's not... I thought he was Swedish. For some reason I thought Pirro was Swedish. Who's this? There is a Who's the Swedish striker then? There was a Swedish striker. Who am I thinking of that's Swedish then? Gyökeres. Archie, thank you. Yes, Gyökeres is who I'm thinking of. So let me go to Forvo then.
Joel Pirou.
Is Joel. My bad. Junior Firpo. Given away. Allen and Ellis Sims. Josh Eccles. Back to Sheaf. Thomas. Binks. It's Allen now. Oh, told me with a drop of the shoulder. Thank you. Maybe a chance for two before half time. Nonto's on the run. That hit a hand. Referee didn't see it apparently. It'll be half time anyway though, I think. Yeah. Junior Firpo. Forward to Somerville. Down the line. Got Pirro with me short. Got Nonto at the back post, but probably shouldn't fancy Nonto for a headed chance. Should wait the back stick. Not the go-to. Can Pirro get there? No. Somerville maybe. Put him under pressure. Sheaf. You can have the ball here as much as you want, Coventry. You're not actually causing me any problems passing it sideways in the middle of the pitch, or backwards as the case may be. They are dominating the ball, but they're not doing anything with it. They will eventually surely create something. I want Ampadu. Why can I not get Ampadu? Christ alive. Well in, Strelk. Presencio will try and keep it in. He did. He's just giving it straight back to Coventry again. All game. This is all they've done. It's not a foul, ref. Ow, balls. They're going to make a change. They are. They've got to do something, because whatever they're doing isn't working. It's Callum O'Hare that's coming off the bench for them. Sakamoto to float this in. Ellis Sims with a header. That's as good as Coventry have gotten. It's just not great, is it? They're really difficult to break down and difficult to build against. Because every time I do win possession back, they get it back off me quite quickly. But then they do nothing with it. So I'm very happy at the minute. And I feel quite comfortable with a 1-0 lead. Ordinarily I'd be rather nervy, but at the minute, I'm not nervous at all about losing my 1-0 lead. I am nervous. The fact that Leicester are 3-1 up against Plymouth through Daka. So that just popped up just underneath my face cam. So we need to make sure we get the win to ensure that we stay top of the table. Otherwise Leicester will be going top again on goals scored continually if Coventry find an equaliser. You can see how well they move the ball about and how good they are at building the play. Whoa! And that's the best chance they've created. 25 to go. Ellis Sims now going off. Can't quite see who that was coming on in his place. Sakamoto will take this corner. It's Wright that's on for him. Pirro with the header. For whatever reason, my brain told me throughout this save, until I just clarified with Twitch chat, my brain told me that Joel Pirro was Swedish and it's gone in. And I was pronouncing it Joel. It's not Swedish, he's Dutch. It's Joel Pirro. I apologise for mispronouncing his name the entirety of the save so far. Unfortunately, Coventry have been able to get themselves the lead now. Well, not the lead, an equaliser here. Just too much shot power for Melliet. It's not great from the keeper, is it? It's kind of straight at him, and he's fallen out of the way of it. Yeah, not sure about that animation. 1-1 at the Rico. Coventry City are level through right. Joel Pirou. Great. Ampadu. Just made a little darting run. Oh, that's nasty. It's going to be a booking of some description here. It might be. I think it's just a yellow. I think it's just a yellow. It's not. He's gone. Callum O'Hare has been on the pitch about 10 minutes. And he's gotten himself sent off already. I mean, that's it. That's not a red for me. It was relatively in control. One-footed. He's just mistimed it. I actually don't think that was a red card. Pirou not able to get it around the corner of the defender. Can I get to that with Firpo? I can't. I tell you what, Coventry, even though they've got 10 men, might be still potentially favourites for a victory here. Is that going to be my ball? It is. 15 to go. Little bit of fatigue in the side, but hopefully everybody's still fit enough and got enough breath in the lungs to keep going till the end and get us the victory. I might call on options on the bench. But at the minute, I feel like the 11 on the pitch should be able to do the job. Strout. No, I'm going to call on those from the bench. What? Oh, fucking Shackleton. The blue card isn't for fouls. Isn't for general fouls like that, Hyper. It's for cynical fouls and dissent. That wasn't a cynical foul. Sakamoto. Eccles. Get this out to Nonto. It's a lovely ball. Oh, and we've done the man. The defender pressed to try and get there and couldn't. Great. I don't know his passing well enough to trust whether I can get that through that gap. Oh, that's heavy touch. Oh, Nonto, if you win that back, mate, we go and win the game. Mason Clark, the 10 men getting forward. Ampadu cuts it out. They are a man light in midfield now. Here's Somerville. I need runners. Nonto's itching to go through that gap. Wilfred Nonto going to drive in towards the middle of the box and look for support. And here's Gelhardt. But they've just got lots of men back here. Gruev. Gelhardt again. Out to Nonto for a second time. Can I get around the defence? We can. We tuck it back. Maybe. I can't get it under control well enough. 2 minutes to go. Joel Peru managed to get a late goal against Blackburn. Can he help us here? Nonto, again, he's in behind now. He's still going. He's still going. I won't fall for anyone. Quickly. Forward. Forward. Peru. Gelhardt. Joe. No. Last kick of the game. Last kick of the game. Quite literally. That was the chance. We built it. We crafted it eventually. Floating ball. Maybe that's why it didn't go in, because the ball's bloody magic. Coventry escape. 10 men Coventry escape with a point, and actually in the end created more chances than I did. They were so hard to build against. Leicester win 4-1 against Plymouth. They will go top on goal difference now, I believe. Not just goals scored. Yes, by 1. And we're... Wow, we're only second by 1. This is quite a tight promotion race, isn't it? Bloody hell. All 3 of us at the top of the table on 34 points. And only 2 goals, goal difference-wise, to separate the 3 sides as well. Middlesbrough just 2 points further back. QPR just 2 points further back. This is going to be intense all season long, isn't it? Wow. Tranmere next for us in the Carabao Cup to end the day. But, Jesus Christ, this is going to be mental. Everybody's on stamina. Are we all going to recover? Not quite. Let's do that. All out energy. Apply for starting 11. Tranmere of League 2 playing a bog standard Brexit 4-4-2. It's another lower league opposition in the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup here. We've had Walsall of League 2, we've had 2 Championship sides, and now another League 2 side who, to be fair to them, have done exceptionally well to get this far. But how much further will they go? We certainly hope not much. Is it Prenton Park? It is Prenton Park. Well done, Ches. Go on, brain. Ruter. Kamara. Oh, Gray's up. Gray's grown. That's good. Roberts. James. Anthony. Cooper and Cresswell. Darlow in goal. That'll do. That'll do. I made the same mistake, Benny, earlier today. My brain registered it as Stevenage rather than Tranmere. My manager guy. Oh, he must just be stood somewhere else. No, I don't think there is anyone I want to sell as soon as possible, actually. Yeah, it is very similar to the old Stevenage badge. That's what threw me. They got a circular badge now, Stevenage, right? Yeah, I hope so. Here's Kamara in the midfield to Gruev. And Bamford's in behind. Good save. Bamford offside, was he? Certainly was. Will I do a CA? Try again, Fredster. Will you do a cat? I might do a cat. I don't know what a cat is. Bamford wins that back. Gruev and Daniel James. Bamford, Ruter running off him. Played through. Here he is. Jorginho, keeper's coming. Keeper doesn't do anything. We smashed Walsall by 6-1. And the next League 2 opposition we're coming up against might well get smashed too. Good, thank you, Nathan, mate. How are you, Tood?
With the owner of the blue car registration BG04DOM, please turn your lights off.
This is on PC, Spicy, yeah. Here's Hendry. Are they fighting back here, Tranmere? They might be, you know. Spun. He's just done a 360 on the spot. Darlow with a save. Ruter out wide to Anthony. And Bamford. Anthony's gone again. He's gone backwards. It's fine. Kamara. Glenn Kamara I might sell in January, actually. It's probably the only one I'm thinking about maybe getting rid of. Here's Jaden Anthony now. No, Bamford's offside again. No FM today, Nathan. No. Jolly. Nice tackle. Cooper forward. Dan James. Kamara. It's poor ball. Let's ball into Morris. Tranmere, maybe. He's going for it. No, apparently not, Benny. If Fredster is the Fredster I think he is, then he'll have been asking about Cambridge. But I didn't recall his name being Fredster on Twitch. Or Fredster 1919, should I say. It's Daniel James down the left-hand side. Bamford has found his first team spot disappear, and that might be why. Oh dear. You got 3.8, Reese. I managed to get a 4.3. I've improved, but there's more time to find, I think. Maybe a couple of tenths. I've had a theoretical best of a 4.2. Is Glenn Kamara only been here 6 months, Hyper? If that's the case, then I won't sell him. Summer signing. All right, I won't sell him then. Hendry into Jolly. Kamara intercepts. Jorginho Ruter and Bamford. Seen his first team spot disappear to Joel Peru at the minute. But rightly so, with the amount of goals that the Dutchman has been scoring. Tranmere, to be fair to them, solidified up defensively. And actually have had a couple of chances of their own going the other way. Yeah, I knew he came from Rangers, I just wasn't sure when. I haven't looked at your ghost yet, Reese. No, I'll do so tonight and tomorrow. Just taking a couple of the corners slightly differently has found me like 3-10. I'm consistently able to put in like a 4-4 or a 4-5. But I want to consistently be able to put in 4 flats if I can. Jolly. Nice ball. Morris. Space. Tranmere. Goal! And what a goal! Morris, captain's armband on, and that's what you call leading by example. Picking the ball up and driving past the defender before burying it right in the top corner. That's a goal that is much better than a League Two player. Wow, is it Bryn Morris? It's Kieran Morris. I don't know who Bryn Morris might be, actually. Regardless, it's Tranmere 1, Leeds 1. We got to the round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. We want to get to the quarterfinals, but Tranmere want to make it there as well. Kamara down the line. Archie Gray back. Half-time whistle's going to go, isn't it? Unless we play this forward now. We have played it forward. Jaden Anthony needs to get it into the middle. That will be half-time then. No, it won't be half-time then. Still we go. Glenn Kamara in the box. Glenn! Saved well. Cameron, I'm not sure if you're here in chat at the moment, but thank you for joining the Patreon again, as you said you would. I appreciate it. Bryn Morris plays for Newport, does he, Benny? Thank you for confirming. I think I had... I know that Cameron is in this save. Where is he? Cameron Simmons. Yeah, we put him in this save at Liverpool. And I think... Yeah, Cammy said he was going to join again, didn't he? And he has done. So did Ben. So have a couple of others, and I appreciate it. Marcus included. Quite easily got your player in the save and then just not followed through, but you did, and I appreciate it. Very honoured to have a regular audience that have integrity. Liam as well, Liam Hayes also. Jorginho Ruter. Right, gents. Not sure if you noticed, but we're drawing with a League Two side. Could you do something about that, please? Dan James in the box. Dan James out the box. Dan James doing something. Roberts. Heavy touch. He's lost it. Sick. Well done, mate. Gruev wins it back. Glenn Kamara. Ruter. Bamford needs to make the run. He's made the run. Bamford's in. Bamford! We scored early on in the first half. We've scored early on in the second half. And we're not going to say that this is us through, because Tranmere have been very good here, but we're at least back in front for now.
Goal for Leeds United. Number 9, Patrick Bamford.
Gruev into Glenn Kamara. And Ruter. Dan James and Ruter again. And Dan James. It's well blocked. You'd love nothing more, wouldn't you, Marcus? Telegraph now reporting a U-turn on blue cards. What? Because of the fan reaction? If you can link me something on Twitter, or at me in something on Twitter, I'd appreciate it. It's Jaden Anthony down the right, into the box now. Oh, surely. Oh, you've got to. I'm not sure if Bamford was onside. Seems like he was. I mean, Ruter has to bury that. He's kicked it straight at the keeper. It was absolutely awful from Jorginho Rutter. He's got to just slam that home. He's lucky that Bamford's there. We have a 2-goal advantage now. That should be us through to the next round now. I hope. A U-turn because of fan outrage. I mean, when they floated the idea last month, everyone went, it's fucking stupid, don't want a sin bin. And then they were like, okay, we'll trial it then. It's like, well, hang on. We said we don't fucking want it. And now they've said, oh, we'll trial it then. And then we've gone, no, actually, we told you last time, we don't fucking want sin bins. And then they're like, oh, you don't want it? We fucking told you last time. Right, let's make some changes. Let's bring Shackleton on for Gruev. That's the only change I'm going to make, actually, I think. 4018 World Cup. I don't know how I feel about 4018 World Cup. I don't think there's anything wrong with a 32-team World Cup. But maybe. Bamford and Jaden Anthony. Gray and Anthony again. Are we finally starting to show a little bit of championship quality here? Jaden Anthony with more ball rolls than you can shake a fist at. Back to Glenn Kamara and Bamford and Anthony and Shackleton. A little flick, Rutter. Alright. Alright. Yeah, there you go. We finally switched the flick. Switch the flick? Flick the switch. We've switched the flick. And we're 4-1 up. And that was a brilliant team goal. The quality is much lower with a 4018 World Cup, yeah. Kamara out wide here to Jaden Anthony. Gray, Anthony, Rutter's there. Fair play, McGee. The flick was switched and the danger was done. Oh, space for Dennis. You can hear the fans roar. Oh, never mind. Petersburg, thank you very much indeed for the 5th month primer, mate. I appreciate that, dude. You switched my flick, my friend. That's a lovely ball down the line. And Roberts. And Rutter. And there's a 5th. Right. It looks a lot more convincing now, doesn't it? Like, give Tranmere credit. For 50 minutes, they were matching us. And then they ran out of puff. A 3-team group stage is weird. I don't like it. I'd be up for a 4018 World Cup, but not with a 3-team group stage. Rutter, Anthony. Might be more in this. Shackleton. Bamford. There really could be more in this. He forgot the ball, Patrick. Oh, it's a 4-team now. They changed it back, did they? All right. Anthony, Bamford. Rutter on a hat-trick. Not that he deserves one. It's just a bit of a poacher in this one. Oh, it's not a bad ball. They'll get rid of it. Because of fan outrage. Oh, what a shot. Can't they just leave shit alone? Apter into Morris. Around the corner to O'Connor. Flicked back to Morris again. Scored a wonderful goal, Morris. And certainly gave the Tranmere fans something to remember from this round of 16 tie. But their run in the cup is over. Who else they beat on the way through, I'm not sure. But they must have had a decent run to have reached a round of 16 in the first place. But it was a step too far. We will advance to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Ruter scored a hat-trick eventually after missing some really obvious opportunities. And Tranmere, to be fair to them, were really good for the first half and deserved to go in at the break level. But unfortunately for them, it was a step too far. Who else did they have then? Tranmere. Where are you, my friends? Who did you beat? They beat Millwall, so they beat Championship opposition round 1. In round 2, they beat Accrington Stanley, so a team in their own division. In the third round, the round of 32, wow, they beat Newcastle on penalties. They've already had a dreamy cup run. It may have come to a rather abrupt stop, but that was certainly a cup run that will make memories for a lifetime for the Tranmere fans. We know that Joshua Riley isn't going to turn 16 until the end of the season, so we don't need to worry about that for the time being. Ruter is saying he wants to play more football, and quite frankly, the way that he's been scoring and Bamford's goals have dried up, I'm quite happy to turn that around now. We have Stoke City to come in the next episode tomorrow, as well as Rotherham, Huddersfield, Leicester, and I think probably another Carabao Cup game as well, but we'll wait and see when we advance. But for now, that's all for this one for today. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on more. This championship title fight is not going to be worth missing. You absolutely got to be here every single day, and hopefully you will be. I'll see you tomorrow. Nice one, Daniel. Let's save that footage. Rename Leeds 4-4-2. 5-1 in this case, maybe. Ha from that last game. Oh, Jesus. Well, it was a pretty fucking stressful first part of the day, wasn't it? One way to get 2 Leeds episodes recorded by now. Weren't able to do so, but we'll now switch to Formula 1 and do the Imola Grand Prix. I have a couple of laps on time trial just to get my eye in around the circuit. But that is the FC portion of today. Le Finito. And I will change the title of the Strum F1 driver career. F1 23. And we will switch. I'm gonna have a quick toilet break. YouTube outro, Matty. YouTube outro. You guys will know if I'm ending the stream. I do need some more emotes, Benny. You're absolutely right. I do need some more. No worries, Jordy. Catch you later, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for dropping by. Hey, Yoon. How are you, mate? Bum, 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 bum. I didn't copyright myself. Yay. Yeah, I need quite. I do need to get some more emotes. Let's have a look. Would it come under content? Settings? Be partner settings, wouldn't it? I imagine. No. Stream settings? Channel settings? Ah, it's under viewer rewards, emotes. So I currently have 20 emotes, but I have space for another 5. So certainly we could get some more F1 related emotes in there. I could remove the Pack King one because we literally don't use that anymore. The rest I think we use. The rest we use. Well, yeah, I've got enough. I've got 6 slots. We could put 6 F1 emotes in there. I'd be quite happy to do that. It's a case of what do we use? Yeah, I could have a PC died emote, couldn't I? Lol, fuck my life. Right, I'm just gonna go and have a quick toilet break, and then we will do the Grand Prix. Tyres, yeah, that's a good one. We could have soft, medium. Well, that's 5. Soft, medium, hard, inter, and wet ads. I should be back in a sec. BRB. Yeah, I know Curbs has got emotes for the tyres, so I could ask Curbs if he could send me the PNGs. I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem doing that. I'm not seeing anything on my timeline about a blue card turnaround. put a couple of laps in on time trial just to get my eye in around the circuit again. And then we'll go and do the Grand Prix. Actually, I can turn alerts on now, can't I? Imola. They probably hadn't thought that through, Jamie. This will feel different to how the car will feel in the career mode, but at least I get my eye in around the circuit. Obviously the car's going to be fully laden with fuel, isn't it, by the time we get going. I mean, it's a circuit that you can quite quickly get into the flow of. So we should be able to just do no more than 2 or 3 laps, and then hopefully I'll be alright. Because it's a track that I know so well, having been on the calendar for, well, it was off the calendar for a while, wasn't it, for a few years, but when I first started playing Formula 1 games, the San Marino Grand Prix was a big part of the F1 season. But it is a fantastic racetrack. We'll bump across the curbs. Can't do that in Grand Prix spec. Didn't quite judge the turning back the other way correctly there. Decent exit. That was terrible. Broke too hard. Turn too soon. It's fine. I think I'm pretty much in the flow of this now anyway, aren't I? I'll do one more lap after this. And I think we'll just go straight to the Grand Prix. He's just not very good at this circuit, you're not, Benny. It's one of your weak spots. I love him, Miller. Or carry too much speed into turn 1. Nearly. Brake too much again. Brake too hard around that, really. Took that well. Turn too soon. We're good. Set a purple 63 for Christ's sake. getting bloody hot in here though. I'm going to take this off. 1, 2, 3. All three laps invalidated, but it's not the point. The V-Cub livery is really nice. Genuinely like the V-Cub livery. Tom Bellingham put out a... is it Bellingham? I'm sure it's Bellingham. Yeah. Tommy Bellingham put out a slightly edited one. I'll show you it here. Let me get the link. That actually looked even better. So Tommy just slightly changed the white here and just kind of cut that off there, and then made the Honda here bigger. I actually think that is a better looking car than that. Not that this is a bad looking car at all. It absolutely throws back to like 2015 Toro Rosso, and I love it. The more I see it, the more I like it. But that's definitely a better one. Looks great though. Right, let's start recording. That was Toro Rosso, Daniel, or Visa Cash App RB. Alpha Tauri, effectively. Oh, really? The more you see it, the more you don't like it. Okay, fair enough. And so everyone finds out that's what subjective means. Welcome back to the Formula One save. Yes. The last one was unorthodox, to say the least, when we went through the motions of going through things in Miami, only to retire on lap 3 with a gearbox failure. So we did the practice and qualifying for Imola in the last episode, so do check that if you missed it. Today's episode will be solely the Grand Prix around the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix circuit. Imola is a phenomenal track. We love it. We qualified on pole, and we'll hopefully have a chance of doing something in the race. A race that will start dry and end wet. So chaos may well ensue as well. I hope that it's going to be an enjoyable one. I've done a few laps around Imola on time trial just to warm myself up again, but 63 laps around this fantastic circuit will be a lot of fun. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. We're loving life at Aston Martin so far, and hopefully that good feeling will continue throughout the course of this Grand Prix and lead us towards some more World Championship points. We haven't yet nailed a podium in Racing Green. We've finished 5th and 4th and retired and had a dead one in Australia, but can we finally step on one of those steps? Time to head to the racetrack. He says, and it takes 10 years to load.
Well, today's venue has a full name that is perhaps lesser known than its informal one. So today we're at Imola, or to give it its official title, the Autodromo Internazionale Enzo e Dino Ferrari, named after their legacy. A beautiful tribute at a beautiful circuit.
So to refresh your memories, the qualifying went very well for us. We are on pole by less than 0.03 of a second. Lewis Hamilton in second alongside us. I'm not sure if anyone's taken any penalties, actually. Myself and Lewis were a couple of tenths ahead of everybody else and significantly further ahead of a number further back than that. Max only P10, Sainz and Perez P11 and 12. It was an indifferent session for a number of different drivers, but obviously we're hoping to put in a fantastic performance here and get ourselves a strong result. The weather will make things difficult. There's a mixture of softs and mediums and hards throughout the grid. So what we do strategically, I have absolutely no idea. My tyre wear here is a lot higher than anticipated. So if I go soft and then medium, or if I go soft, my softs won't last very long at all. So I might be tempted to go... In fact, I could... To ensure I get a soft stint in, I probably should go softs, right? I could go medium to the rain, but I might be able to make soft medium last until the rain. And if I get a soft stint in, then at least I've done some soft running, because we are going to end wet. So I would be tempted, actually, to change that to go soft, medium, and maybe we might find ourselves with the capability of being able to go a little bit further in the Grand Prix on that second set of mediums and make it work. I'll try anyway. Fuel-wise, we should be good because of the rain coming at the end, so I'll take some fuel out. Hopefully the extra weight saving will do us a favour. So we'll go and warm these new soft tyres up, and then fingers crossed the rain comes about 20 laps into our medium stint would be perfect. And if I DNF on lap 10, I will cry.
Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well.
Heinz toast toppers? The fuck is a Heinz toast topper, Jamie? We can do a... Yes, certainly we can do a prediction. Apologies. Let's start a prediction. Where will Ches finish? I'll say podium or nah. You've got 2 minutes. Podium or no podium? Predict away. Use your channel points.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
Starting in 93% rain. All right. Yikes. Emotional hedge again. It's worked for you before. I've never heard of him, yeah. I think maybe, Jamie, you're showing your age here, not me. Here we go, then. I'm first on the grid by a mile. 0.3 will do. I probably should have parked it slightly at an angle, actually. Should have kind of parked up pointing towards the corner rather than forwards. I was so concerned about getting as close to the line as possible. I didn't really factor in the angle Certainly that's something I should have factored in. We will hope for a good start and then a better finish. Lot of wheel spin, which actually helped me get the car in a decent position, and we have had a great start. Good. Seems like soft tyres were the right call. Now, can we, with a very heavy car, try and get ourselves a decent first lap or two? With Lewis Hamilton crawling all over me to try and build a gap. We expect everyone else to be faster in a straight line this season. But I am hoping that this is a circuit where we can find the flow to keep ourselves in a very, very good position for the majority of the race. It's very overcast. It's going to get sunnier. And then the rain will come a little bit later. The car feels very heavy right now. If I can end the lap strong, hopefully I can hold everybody off down towards turn 1, although it will be a tough ask. Very tough ask, it seems. Lewis is through. Oh, but then he makes a mistake and goes straight on. Ta, Lewis. Thank you, mate. Bye. Now Piastri's up into P2. Just couldn't get it stopped in time, Lewis Hamilton. Oh! Whoa! We're all right. We're okay. We've survived. That's more than a code brown. I genuinely did just shit my pants. We're down to P6. Just as Lewis makes a mistake, we make a rather sizable one of our own. And now my tyres are not in a very good window.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
I need to get past Tsunoda with his hard tyres very quickly and keep up with that front 5. Which we've done. Right, Lance, I need you here, pal.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Right, I need to have a really strong lap here. Tsunoda's going for it, though. Jesus Christ, we are fighting hard now. This is getting scrappy. Oh, mate. I can't believe I made that mistake. So annoyed at myself. we're going to have to hope for a safety car at some point. Someone's already been in the pits for damage. An Alfa Romeo. Daniel Ricciardo's pit from hards to go to softs and changed his front wing. Had an incident behind us earlier in the race. He started P5, I think, Daniel, so he's lost a bit of his wing somewhere and needed a new one. I'm hoping Sergio Perez might have the pace to drag me with him. I'm quite happy for Sergio to take me because I'm confident enough I can stick with him. And hopefully he'll drag me to those in front. Cannot get that right today though, at all. Fucking hell, so stop making mistakes. Better. Much better. Not so good. We will get DRS though. Jesus, here comes fucking Yuki. Christ. Get out of it, Tsunoda.
And gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Fuck's sake. This has turned from pole into an absolute shit show. I'm getting hot front tyres as well. That's going to contribute. That's gonna be great for the... Fuck's sake. That's gonna be great for the rain, isn't it? Am I gonna... This isn't me trying to erase the mistakes I've made. Am I gonna need to start again because of tyre temps? Can you change tyre pressures on the way into to the Grand Prix? I think you can, can't you? Pressures aren't even high, I don't think. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it for a couple of laps. But we might need to restart because of tyre pressures and tyre temps.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
You're right, it probably is what's causing most of the scrappiness and mistakes. The fact that I didn't know that my tyres were hot. We'll restart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hot fronts are just, it would be pointless to continue. If I have the option to start again and correct the issue. If I can't correct it, then I'm just going to have to... If I can't correct it, I'm just going to have to go... Oh, not breaking point, pass off.
It's race day yet again.
Right. Tire pressure's down. It will change how the car behaves, but I don't have much of a choice here, really. I could use mediums to start, but I've already gone through the rigmarole of setting up the strategy and this, that, the other, and talking on... I mean, I could. I could start on mediums, but I've obviously just gone through the whole... Blah, 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 blah. I can just explain it. I could just explain it. It's fine. We'll start on the mediums. Just explain it when we start.
Right, let's get the car up to temperature on this lap, please. We're learning the gears, so let's go through them all if you can.
Yeah, that's fine, Daniel. You can do whatever you like, mate. And I am in Creator Series this weekend, yes, at Austria. And if someone could do me the massive favour of checking what the weather is going to be like in Spielberg this weekend, that would be great. Oh, good. Potential to rain. Lovely. Just what I didn't want to hear. So that it might rain towards the end of the race, maybe. Coming onto the grid then, you'll notice that I'm driving with medium tyres right now. We've done the start once and had tyre temp issues, so we've restarted. We've changed tyre pressures and put mediums on to try and avoid that issue. It's just an ABS on controller issue, unfortunately, that makes tyres hot at certain circuits at times, under certain fuel loads and weather conditions. Lots of different parameters, but starting on the medium tyre with a lot of soft runners and hard runners behind us. This is going to be a tough Grand Prix. I'm going to try and defend the inside here. Lewis had a pretty poor start. George is getting antsy. He's going to go for the outside. He's on those soft tyres. He's hit me there. George on soft tyres is going to be very, very fast. I will be keeping a keen eye on my tyre temperatures in these opening few laps. George has then hit me again there, coming through that part of the track. He's going to need to be a little bit more careful with his front wing if he's going to be that aggressive. Hopefully we don't have any tyre temp issues and we will be okay. George thinking about, again, having a look and deciding against it. I have a feeling, at least in the short term, we're going to take some pain. Hopefully, in the long term, it will be gain for us. They're going to gain so much on me on the straight. It's not even funny. Look at that delta come down. Everybody through this time. No pitters. George going for it. I will get my elbows out. This is for the lead of the Grand Prix. I'm just going to move aside for George. It's Aston Martin from Mercedes, McLaren at the moment.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the energy at the minute. My rear tyres are already over 100 degrees. Has George got problems? George on a bit of a go slow. I think George has got damage. I'm going to have a quick look. Instant replay. I think George might have damage here. Nothing visual? Oh, no. No, hang on. Yeah, no visible damage on George's car. Unless he's got floor damage. He's just dropping time at the minute. It will come back to us, or back to him, sorry, I'm sure. But we will enjoy the reprieve for about the half lap we'll have. He's slow around the corners, George. It doesn't look like he has any visible damage, but I'll ask about the driver behind, and we'll see if
Russell's behind you now.
see if he says he's got floor damage or anything. Lewis is going to take him here.
Fresh softs. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:22.2.
Okay, so they're not saying that Russell has any damage, but he is definitely struggling around the corners. Lewis has taken him and will now subsequently drop him and storm up to the back of me. George Russell is struggling for whatever reason. Not sure what that reason might be at this stage. Lewis is just chunking time out of me. DRS is active now. So Lewis will probably be past me unless I'm able to use a bit of battery to hold position. Oh, I wonder whether these tyres are hot as well at the minute, you know. They're on the bubble. We're all right for the time being, tyre temp wise. That Mercedes with DRS is beyond fast. Want me to stop lap 21. Russell's still holding on to P3 at the minute. This is Lewis's lead in weight, I think. I am not going to be able to defend this with DRS. Lewis wouldn't even need the DRS. He just blitzed past me anyway. Slightly better through there. That time at least. Russell is really struggling. There's an Alfa Romeo that is pit. Who was that? Daniel Ricciardo pit the first time we did this. It's Valtteri Bottas this time around, pitting for a new front wing on lap 3. Sergio Perez has had a warning for a collision with Charles Leclerc. Max started 10th and is up to 9th so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 still in the original order at the moment. Daniel Ricciardo dropping back a couple of places, but he's an Alfa Romeo on hard tyres. There's no surprises there. And then all the medium runners are just a little bit further back. And Valtteri, his race is ruined already unless there's a safety car. This is probably pointless trying to fight this. I'll just save my battery. We're trading fastest laps at the minute, myself and Lewis Hamilton. It's going to take the lead here. Piastri's just gotten past. Piastri is now past George Russell. Although they're fighting hard. He's got the job done, Oscar. Oh, the car just doesn't want to turn there. I think we're alright temp-wise. It's more pace-wise that I'm struggling now. Try and stick with Lewis if I can, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Stronger there. If I can be stronger over the top here. And we will have DRS. Good. Just going to try and stick with Lewis now. Purple sector 3.
Okay, so we're leading our team.
Where is high though?
5.8 seconds.
I imagine Russell has damage, but it wasn't telling me anything about it. He's holding everybody up. I don't know whether I got DRS there or not, to be honest. We did. Thank God for that. Any news about weather?
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Even Tsunoda's past Russell now, he's tumbling. Put a wheel on the grass. That's Lewis gone. Oh, Ches, come on. Gonna try and just concentrate, knuckle down, and put some lap times in.
The gap to the car ahead is increasing by a few tenths per lap. Get your head down.
Yeah, Piastri and hards is definitely helping me. Norris can't get past him at the minute. As the car gets lighter, I'm finding it easier to drive. Brightening up, look, the sun is coming out. Which is going to warm the track up and affect tyre temps. Especially as they get, well, already you can see the front left, sorry, front right is up at 105 there.
Gap to your teammate behind is 10.8 seconds.
Wide. Ugh. Let me take these to lap 21. I'm going to put mediums on again at the next one, unless they say something about weather. I mean, these tyres are going to be dead. We're running at nearly 2% a lap on the fronts. Nearly 2% a lap all round. So by lap 21, these tyres are going to be in the mud. It might be that Piastri's hards start to come into play. Obviously, my tyre wear around here is higher compared to the AI by about 20%, I think, judging by the practice program. Doesn't bode that particularly well. Christ. Doesn't help that I'm driving like an absolute dickhead right now. Norris is through behind, well spotted. Lando Norris past Oscar Piastri now. So the McLaren on softs is surely going to pull away from the McLaren on hards. And now's where we're going to have to be looking over our shoulder again a little bit as we get further and further into this stint. Not only is the gap going to close, but because of the tyre he's on, he's probably going to undercut me as well. Our ability to stay on the podium is going to be significantly under threat from both McLarens today. Russell's just falling further and further and further back. Both McLarens now under 4 seconds. my tyres are about to hit, if not have already hit, the 25% margin. 22% on the front right. We're very nearly there. The tyre drop-off's about to hit me, and then pace will significantly deteriorate. Lando's already closing quite considerably already. Piastri's back through. It's hard to keep track of at just a glance when you don't really get that much of a moment's notice around Imola, apart from this straight. So Oscar Piastri back ahead of Lando Norris now. 7/10-ish between them as they come onto this DRS straight. We'll see if Lando can get himself back past. Doesn't look like he's going to. It's bloody close though. They got within a tenth of a second of each other and are still within a tenth of a second of each other. Fuel is alright. Fuel is good so far. I'm happy with fuel, especially considering we're going to have some wet weather running as well. Lewis is loving life out front right now. Couldn't have asked for a better start to the Grand Prix for him.
In front is a second a lap faster, 1 second.
Good. There you go, 25% front right now. Ware has slowed up the last couple of laps for some reason. Don't really know why. It's not been as big a drop off. From 2% a lap to like 1.7% a lap. Which is more than welcome, but still a surprise. Or it feels that way anyway. Actually, it might not be. 26% coming towards the end of the... Still about 2% a lap. Ah. Use a bit of battery there to make up for that. Bit of oversteer on exit. Just be a couple of tenths. The car is going to just do that more and more now. Lando's going to get through again. There's no doubt about that here. Norris back past his teammate. Those McLarens are hammer and tongs at it behind me. If they work together, then they could both be battling for P2 and 3 rather than 3 and 4, but team orders not existing at McLaren at the moment, which is letting me stay where I am. And Lewis continually just pulls away in front, probably saving tyres, saving fuel, putting him in a very, very comfortable position. If there's a safety car at any point now, and I think a lot of drivers would probably stop. Lando's not far away from a stop, I wouldn't imagine, on those softs now. Got a decent gap back to the AlphaTauri of Tsunoda, but as it stands, if I pit, I will come out 19th, which is basically between the Alpine in current 19th and the Alfa Romeo all the way back there, so I would lose so much time by boxing now. Hopefully everyone else box boxes about the same time as me.
0 seconds.
Oscar Piastri back through against his teammate. They are closing, but nowhere near as much as they could if they just worked together. Long may that continue. Although they are now under 3 seconds behind me. Now's where the tyre wear is going to be a real kicker. Holy moly. We're trying our best. We're trying our best. We're grinding away. And we're off. Slowed down a bit too much there, I think. I do still gain on Lewis through Aqua Minerale and through that chicane as well. Is it very anti-alta? Am I wrong? That's probably not the right name for that part of the track. I do slightly gain on him. Exclamation mark sliders, Matt. Exclamation mark sliders. I think it's in the title of the stream, I'm not sure. Soft runners are boxing.
Lance is in for his stop.
At the end of 16, the soft runners are in. So Lando's boxed, which is going to free up Oscar Piastri to just come at me now. We're boxing in 4 laps time. And I'm probably going to go to another set of mediums, to be honest. Rather than switch to the softs, which I'd still be worried about overheating. Considering these are still at 105.
A lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds.
These tyres have had enough. 32% front right, 28% on both rears. I've been comfortable in P2 till this point, but now Oscar is going to chew away at that time. George Russell is now officially running dead last, having changed his tyres and presumably front wing at the same time. Yeah. Russell in on 15 to go to mediums and get a front wing change. We couldn't see any damage on it, could we, when we looked, but evidently there was some damage. About the weather. It is very anti-alta up there, is it, Darren? Thank you, mate.
Time being, conditions look good. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
It was awful. Wonder when Lewis is going to box.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Yep, I know.
It's Hamilton ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 6.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1 minute 18.8. Okay, we're dropping back by around 4 tenths a lap. Give it everything you got. race behind. And the gap behind us is 2.5 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 18 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:19.2.
So, if it weren't for the weather, the hard runners are looking to one-stop this Grand Prix. That's intriguing. So Piastri's not going to be boxing for a long time. But given the nature of when the rain is coming, I don't know if that's actually going to work in his favour or not. If those of us that are pitting earlier have to make a second stop for dry tyres before it rains, then yes, that will absolutely work into Oscar Piastri's favour. But if we don't, I'm not sure it will. He did lose some time on that lap, about half a second, so he's obviously made a mistake somewhere. But we all have them in us. I make numerous a lap, and there goes that half second I had previously built up. So that's good, isn't it? Back to, oh my god, he's flying. I think he's in this lap. I think he's in this lap. They tend to do this, don't they? They use a lot of battery on their in lap. I think Lewis is doing the same. I think Piastri and Lewis Hamilton are in this lap. Surely, if he's one-stopping... Max Verstappen out of the session. Max is retiring. Why is he retiring? A Red Bull out. That's Max. Engine. Right in the face of Daniel Ricciardo. Max Verstappen's going to retire. Oh, and then he hits Daniel Ricciardo as well. Danny, I think, gets away with no damage there. That won't be a safety car, but I might box this lap. I think the others around me are going to box this lap. But if he... I think they're going off the logic that it was a fully dry race. The AI. I don't think they're factoring in the fact that rain is coming. So I think if Lewis boxes, I will too. Because I think they're in. Lewis is staying out. Okay. And Piastri does too. I genuinely thought they were going to be in there because Piastri took a whole second out of me, and I didn't think I made a second's worth of mistakes in the first sector last lap. Oh, I might have done. Just did it again.
Caution, caution.
There's Max.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Evidently, I just made sizable mistakes.
Okay, clear.
We will box this lap for another set of mediums, though. We're going to go medium, medium, and hopefully that will take us to the rain. These tyres are pushing 40% on the front. Concentrate, Ches. Pushing 40% on the front and are at 35 on the rear. Alright, come on. Let's get in. Good stop. Get out. And then hopefully the rain will come about lap 35? Maybe later than that. Lewis is in. And Oscar's doing the same. So he's one stopping. He's going to go hard medium. Lewis has gone medium, medium, I think, maybe. I think Lewis is going to go medium, medium, soft. I'm anticipating, and Piastri has indeed gone to medium tyres.
Go, go. Perfect job.
Now Ricciardo's going long on those hards, and he's now taking the lead. Daniel Ricciardo in the AlphaTauri takes the lead. It's such a long pit stop here, I forgot about that. So maybe a one stop is the right way to go.
All right, we'll be doing
That's Lando Norris undercutting quite considerably. Although his tyres are now, oh god, 7 laps old. And here comes Piastri. I'm going to try and stick with the McLaren. I need to concentrate and not lose too much time. Get these tyres up to temperature. And now we just wait for the rain and hope that it comes before we need to pit again.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
I could just stick with Piastri. Norris has gone hards. Just noticed. Lando Norris has gone soft hard. That will take him to the rain for sure. Come on then, Oscar. I might just sit behind Oscar Piastri, you know. Play the long game here. Try and work with him. Not do what he and Lando did behind me. We'll just stick with him and close in on Lando Norris. That's the plan. We'll try and utilise Piastri's pace and work it against his teammate. Yeah, I didn't bother changing the YouTube title, Jamie. Oh, come on, Ches, concentrate. You've got to stick with him here. Good. This is going to work in catching and passing Lando Norris.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
There you go. 10 to 15 minutes for the rain.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
It might be slightly longer than that, but it should come, provided it's hard enough, it should come before we pit for another set of dry tyres. And we think it's going to rain hard enough to warrant wet tyres. Or intermediate tyres at the very least. Now we have an idea of when the rain's coming. And we are working with Oscar Piastri to close in on his teammate here. This is coming back to us, this Grand Prix now. Oh, Ricciardo in the pits. I was like, hang on, what?
Piastri has just set the fastest
Ricciardo in the pits. So we're back up to P4. And we've halved the gap to Lando Norris already. In just two or three laps. Lewis is gone unless it's a safety car. But for the time being, we still look decent. Oscar is going to be in the position this lap, though, to get DRS off his teammate, so I'm going to have to make sure that I stick with him here. Use some battery, concentrate. Yeah. Lando's vulnerable. Very vulnerable. So Lewis Hamilton now pumps in the fastest lap of the race without DRS. Oscar's going to be through. They might slow each other up through the first corner, though, which would help me close a bit more. Right, I cannot let Oscar Piastri get away here. I'm going to shut up and drive.
forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Hamilton has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
No, he hasn't. Piastri just did. Oh, mate. No, I don't want any of that.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 26.3 seconds.
Tyres are cooler this time around as well, which is helping because the fuel is lower. I didn't want to get involved in that with Lando Norris at turn 1. That had horrendous accident written all over it. Mistake from Lando there. Do I? No, but I might do at the bottom of the hill though. Oh, if I hadn't just messed up and gone wide. Definitely struggling in the dirty air, Lando Norris, a little bit.
Battery charge is high. Let's
I know.
use that overtake button a bit more.
He might not have DRS here. He does just. Son of a bitch. Bye, Lando. Had to make that move. Had to make that move. Piastri was starting to get away down the road.
Great pass.
We have to use quite a bit of battery just to close up on him again now. Which is fine. Back within DRS range of Oscar Piastri. That's why saving battery behind Piastri and Lando Norris really worked in our favour. And Lando already 1.7 seconds behind. Those hard tyres are not working for Lando Norris here. It's a poor decision to have gone onto them. Now we're just waiting for the rain. I set the fastest lap of the race.
Second lap.
Lewis 11 seconds down the road though. Now again, I think I might be quite happy for the time being to sit behind Piastri and just continue to gap Lando and ensure that we get a podium here today. But I am going to have to make sure that I stick with Oscar Piastri to do that. So, shutting up and driving again. A bit of wheel spin on exit, but we're alright. Fuel is absolutely fine. If anything, we might be running a little bit heavy. My main priority now is gapping Lando, not overtaking Oscar. A bit of Tony Hawk's in there, but it's fine.
We think we might see some
Yeah, it's
rain
still quite a way out.
About 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
It said 50. It said 10 to 15. Then they said 10. Now they're saying 15 again. The rain is not going to be here that soon. We're going to have to take this. This is why I'm trying to gap Lando.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10
It's
to
still
15
it's still a
minutes
while
from now.
away. It's going to be about when our next pit stop is. Oscar went super defensive there. I wasn't intending on overtaking him, but he kind of made up my mind for me there by getting out of the way. All right. As long as we can still gap Lando, that's fine. I don't mind leading, but I'd rather be following. To be fair, I'll just save battery, and then I will be following next lap because he'll take me again with DRS. Cloud cover is starting to come back, though. The sun broke through, but the rain is going to win out. It's fine. Again, don't mind, so long as the gap to Lando's growing, which it is. And crucially at the minute, if it were to rain and we were to change tyres, Lando is close enough to Oscar that they'd end up double stacking. So he'd either double stack and lose time in the pits, or do an extra lap and lose time that way, being on the wrong tyre in the wrong conditions.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Yeah, pitting at the right point is going to be absolutely key. I agree. I'm going to have a quick pit stop of my own, if you don't mind. I'm going to go for a quick whiz, and then we shall continue on with the rest of the Grand Prix. I will be back in 2 minutes. BR Bizzle. Rolo was absolutely desperate for a dinner. Cody should code in Mark Radio call meme of the Merc pit radio now with the glitches in Mark's text, yeah. Like, surely when you record that piece of audio, you know that it's wrong. Like, when the voice actor is literally saying, the rain is a few lap outs now, like, it has to be purposefully in there, surely. Because you know, you can't go, the rain is a few lap outs now, and you or someone else in the room will have noticed that that came out wrong. And when it's being put in the game.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake.
Yeah, maybe they did splice together an old audio thing.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Come on, Oscar, let's gap your teammate a bit more, please. Tsunoda in the pits again for a second time. Those that went soft are going to come unstuck with the rain. There might be some big margins in gas. I mean, look at the mini-map. The whole field is spread out throughout the course of the whole track right now. Because strategies are all over the place. Some haven't predicted the... Well, in fact, I don't think the AI at all factors in the fact that there is rain coming. They just have a dry start and they're like, oh, okay, so we'll run a full dry strategy then. It's like, well, there is rain coming, you know. And they're like, no, we'll go soft. We'll do a second pit stop, put some medium or hard tyres on and go to the end. It's like, well, the weather has other ideas. Still happy to continue to just gap Lando, so I'm not going to attack Oscar again. Lando now 4.5 seconds behind. Gap's growing nicely. Gap to Lewis is still getting bigger and bigger. I think that's Carlos Sainz in the pits, is it? It is indeed. I think he's gone soft as well. If the rain comes before lap 40, then I'm actually quite happy. I am going to put some extra front wing in when the rain comes. That's my teammate Lance in the pits as well. We currently have 36 front wing. Well, I'm probably going to up that to about 38 or 39 when the rain comes. Lando's boxing. What? Lando's pitting. Oh, forget this then. I'm going past Piastri and I'm going to try and build a gap. Lando's in the box. Terrible strategy from McLaren. That just shows that the AI don't factor in the weather conditions. It is going to rain in 5 minutes' time, and Lando's like, "Now I'm going to box for new dries now." That's something that needs to be altered in future iterations of the game, IMO. Because those medium tyres will do so much more than the 20 laps he's done on them. Right, I'm going to use the DRS to overtake, and then I'm going to try and use the ERS to get away, putting a squeeze on a little bit.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Oscar's fighting back. He's given up. Left him racing room. Can I get that over a second? I might. Oh my god, we've got him out of DRS range and all sorts. It won't last very long because he'll just get it back down this next straight, but I'm going to use a bit of battery here. Try and... Oh, I had a terrible exit though. Extend the gap. Which we are doing. Oh my god! Right, I need to nail every lap until the rain now. 25% wear on the tyres. Rain is imminent. Lando sets the fastest lap of the race.
Put in the fastest lap of the race so far.
It's getting very dark very quick. The rain is going to come very soon, I think. Got a wonderful gap behind Piastri back to Sergio Perez. Gap to Lewis is stable at the minute, but that's mainly because he's lapping traffic and the raindrops are now falling. So the question is, how quick is it going to dry? Sorry, how quick is it going to wet the track? And how soon are we going to be on to intermediate tyres? Losing grip significantly. We might even be onto intermediate tyres this lap.
Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
It's not. We are not going to be long for Inters, though. I think if it keeps raining like this, I'm getting particles on the screen now and all sorts.
Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Nobody's in yet. I'm sorely tempted, but I won't, purely because of tyre temp issues.
Okay, mate, don't worry about
Oh, you're going to do that to me as I cross the line.
Go and check your MFD.
Son of a bitch.
Got that confirmed.
That's got to be a bug. It waited until I was just past the pits and then told me to pit on the previous lap. I said put Inters on lap 38. It's triggered that MFD change too late. That's annoying. Well, it's intermediate tyres this lap then. And those behind are going to get an advantage because we're going to be on dry tyres on a, well, now, quite frankly, wet track for a full extra lap.
The tyre situation's pretty touch and go.
It's not touch and go.
The slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close. And you're going to
DRS disabled.
The Inters are ready for whenever you need them.
Now, please. Inters now, please. Inters last lap, please. Yeah, I'm struggling to get the power down. Ricardo up to P5.
DRS has been disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline. Wait for further updates. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out.
I can't stay out on track. It's bloody soaking, mate. Intermediate tyres, put them on me. Oscar and I are the last two cars on track to change tyre compound. Team are ready for me though. Extra few ticks of front wing.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job.
And hopefully,
there, mate. Looks like a nice
this
stop
is a
time.
podium at the least for us. A P3 at the least. But it's now basically a straight flight between me and Piastri.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
For who finishes in P2. Now is where the tyre temperature thing is going to come back into it. I hope that tyre temps don't overheat too much. But they might. I've got the inside line. Oscar's fighting hard, but I've got the inside line.
The rain's getting worse. Be very careful.
Okay. Could we be going to hard, wet tyres before the end? Surely not.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
It's fortuitous for you, but I prefer it not bone you with a timer. Yeah, it's frustrating, but what can you do? Thank you for the ban ads. Appreciate it, mate. There are some weird people in this world, aren't there? What we're doing? This one.
That was horrendous.
Hit the wrong one at first. We just timed him out.
Push, push. Use your overtake button. Let's go.
Temps, be kind to me, please. Now's where my running a slightly higher downforce setup might actually come in handy. Or, you know, not. Cool. Nearly in a wall. If it weren't for Oscar, I'd be proper no man's land with 20 seconds to Lewis and 15.5 to Sergio Perez behind. Lando's race is absolutely ruined with that pit strategy. Temps are okay at the moment, but they are getting warmer lap by lap. Want to stay in the late 80s if possible. Oh my god, it's horrendous. Temps seem to be okay. They've stabilised-ish. See what they're like after this double left-hander. Temps have stabilised. We're good tyre temp-wise. A little bit of offline running
The car behind by 1.
on the main straight should do enough for the whole lap, I think. At the moment, we are very comfortable in P2. Gap to Oscar Piastri is...
Okay, I know these conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining okay.
Yeah, I agree.
The intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
Yeah, I don't anticipate that it's going to dry out. The only question would be, is it going to get wetter? The last two tiles on the forecast were wet and wetter still. So I anticipate, if anything, if there is to be a tyre change of some description, it will be us going to wet tyres, full wet tyres to the end rather than intermediates to another set of dries. Yeah. Slightly hotter temps, but we can manage it. Only by a degree or so. Piastri had a bit of a tougher time getting past Ocon there, which is nice. Thank you, Esteban. Gave me about a second to Piastri.
Okay, gap to the car behind. Car behind. 3.2 seconds.
It is a lonely drive in the wet, but if it's a lonely drive in the wet for P2, not really that bothered. Oh, hello. Might not be that lonely if we keep doing that. It's going to cost me at least a second, if not more. Can't keep your wits about you in the rain. Might have a comfortable gap in front and behind, but it can disappear in but a moment.
So heavy rainfall here to stay for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving on anytime soon. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now.
Yeah. I think it's still inters are better, but it's only going to get wetter between now and the end, I think. I wonder whether... I mean, these inter tyres have still got a long way to go, and they're 8% worn. I don't think it's worth stopping again. I don't think everyone will stop again, but I wouldn't be surprised if some did.
We're starting to reach the point where you're going to start aquaplaning with those tyres. We think you're alright for now, but it might not be long before we switch to the full wet.
Okay. So, we might take another twist. We might end up going to full wets before the end.
Listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best.
We're going to full wets. We're going to wets.
So go and have a look.
We get around here. That is going to recommend switching to the full wet weather tyre.
Confirmed.
Question is, do I? Others are. Do I or do I not? Lewis is in. Everyone's in. Do I go to wets or do we try and stick out on an inter?
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the
We'll
end
box
of
this lap. We're boxing, we're boxing, we're boxing.
Lance is in for his stop.
Lance better be out from his stop pretty bloody sharpish, otherwise we're going to end up double stacking here. That's cost me a little bit.
Right, let's go. Come on.
Thankfully not enough to get Piastri past me. But I think Lance might have had a wing change there. It was a long stop. No wing change, but it did seem like a long stop. It's going to cost us a few tenths, but we are still going to be P2 as we come out the pits on the wet weather tyres. I was wondering whether I could have maybe stuck it out on the inters through this period, but it probably wasn't worth the risk.
push your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Get these tyres up to temp first. My inters temp-wise were fine. We'll compare lap times. We'll put a lap in. And then we'll see what the last lap before we went to full wets was. I was struggling to stop it in there, to be fair, into Variante Alta. Wets are up to temp.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind. 1 second.
Thank you, Logan. Appreciate that. Now hold Oscar Piastri up, and that'd be lovely. Cheers, pal. Yeah, it probably would have been really slow if we'd have stayed out. We had the gap behind to Perez that we could have at least gotten a podium if we tried to stay out and it turned out to be the wrong call. But we probably would have thrown away a P2.
Rain's going to be lightening up over the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. You should start finding more grip as we clear the standing water.
Yeah, there's not much grip out here at the minute, pal. I'm struggling. Oscar Piastri's not going to let me relax at any point for the rest of this race, is he? I cannot get the car stopped or turned. I'm in trouble. I was better through there that time. I broke a bit earlier. Yeah, we've gained loads of time on Piastri. I don't know whether he made a mistake or what, but we gained about 4 tenths on him on the exit of Variante Alta. Excuse me, Mr. Zhou Guan Yu. Are you letting me through or not? You didn't make that easy, did you, mate? Turns 1, 2, and 3 are really tricky in the wet. Really tricky. Why are you yaying? We have alerts turned on. Nay, thank you very much indeed for resubscribing. I'll read the message in a moment. Concentrating. Crashing. Don't mess up in the rain. I'll try my best, my friend. Thank you very much for the 11th month in a row and 35th month total. Appreciate it, man. Great support of the channel over the years. Hope you and the girls are well, mate. This is quite wet here, isn't it? It's the exit at 2 I struggle with. Fuel-wise, we're absolutely fine. We could maybe have gone a little bit lighter, but it's not really affected our race pace at all, really, that I can think of. Grayson arrives with a 91st month. Thank you very much, my man. Yeah, you're right, not counting the Mixer months in there as well. So 35 months total plus a year on Mixer. And thank you, Miguelis, for the follow as well. Lapping my teammate here, Lance Stroll, in a podium potential car. He's P16 right now. He has had a fantastic race already this season to get himself a podium. I'm pretty sure he got a podium in Australia. He might not have done. But here, he doesn't have it. I bet he did an extra dry stop. Soft, medium, sorry, soft, hard, medium. Yeah, those that did the extra stop that just strategically didn't factor in any rain, which is definitely not necessarily a bug, it's just a design flaw. Needs to be rectified for future iterations. They've done an extra stop. So they're just way down. Lance could be, although to be fair, everyone else has done an extra stop as well, but Lance could have been well into the points. But he's not. Don't even think about it, Lance. Was it Miami got the podium? Thank you, Will. I'm really struggling around 1, 2, 3. Nice one, Reese. GG's, dude. After I've done all my editing later, I'll definitely do a few laps chasing your ghosts and see if I can find some time.
The rain looks like it's going to be getting much lighter over the next 10 to 15 minutes. There should be more grip, but don't expect a dry track yet.
$11 laps to go. Concentrate, Jess. Look at the chat. Griffin talking about doing a Builder Nation on FM. I will do, Reese. I appreciate you, my man.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Ricciardo's still looking at a very strong P5 for Alfa Romeo, isn't he? He's got George Russell right behind him now. So Russell's managed to fight back through to P6. God, I can't see a thing. He's right with Ricciardo. I imagine before the end of the Grand Prix, Russell might be past Ricciardo. Then there's Lando P7, one of the Ferraris, P8. Oh, I keep going so deep in there.
Okay, car behind trailing us, 1.5 seconds. Full wet seemed like the best tyre for now.
Doesn't seem like that's going to change, does it? All the lap numbers similar for race. It's based on total mileage, Grayson, yeah. So every race is 300 kilometres. And then it's however many laps at that individual circuit you need to do at least 300 kilometres. And the sprint races are 100 kilometres. So it's same concept, but 100 kilometres. Lol. Oh my god.
The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it.
Yikes. I did fly over those curbs. All of a sudden Oscar Piastri's interested again. Hamilton's going... Well, we haven't started this season yet, Grayson. But you're right. Next season, in 2025, Lewis is going to Ferrari.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Because of the long pit lane, even if it becomes very much intermediate tyre running, it's not going to be worth stopping. Because you're just not going to make up, you're not going to make up that much, you're not going to make up enough time between now and the end of the race. You're not going to gain on someone by 7 or 8 seconds a lap. So it's just not worth pitting. So we'll be on these wet tyres, even in intermediate conditions, to the end of the Grand Prix. Oh, Lewis moving to Ferrari is one of the biggest moves in the history of the sport. And it's really exciting for fans. Super exciting for fans. Whether you like Lewis or don't like Lewis, whether you like Ferrari or don't like Ferrari, you can't not get excited about someone, a 7-time world champion, moving from the team that he's won those 7 world titles with to a different team late on in his career before a regulation change. It's huge.
Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 2.9 seconds.
If he wins an 8th title at Ferrari, then no question for me. Not that for me there is any question already, but no question for me. Lewis, go. I need to stop oversteering on the way out of the fucking final turn. He should join Chesnoid Racing.
Okay, you're losing a
Not everyone's that lucky, Grayson.
Just keep pushing.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. It's just like, by the way, here's what your tyres are. I'm like, ah! Don't do that to me. Gearbox is nearly at 50%. MGUH is nearly at 50%. ICE is nearly at 50%. Oh my god. Ches, don't throw away a P2 now, for Christ's sake. Stop reading chat, drive. There we go. That was a better exit.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Agreed. Intermediates might genuinely be the faster tyre right now, but with only 4 laps to go, it's pointless stopping. You've already signed the pre-contract.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Sandy.
Here's some information on Russell for you.
Oh, don't.
Issue with their car, they're going to be slow.
George has had a nightmare. Wing damage early on in the race. Threw him backwards through the field. He's fought valiantly to get himself back up to P5. Has got, to be fair to him, a bit of a gap back to the Ferrari and the rest of that gaggle where Daniel Ricciardo is. But with 3 laps to go, he's now got an issue with his car. Is he going to make it to the end in P5, or are they going to catch him behind? Is a Ferrari going to get to him and steal away some more points?
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I mean, the rain is barely falling now. It's definitely intermediate tyres. It's definitely intermediate weather. Not even close to wet weather. These tyres are going to start getting hot soon as well because there's just not enough water on the track to cool them down. If this was lap 51, not 61, then you'd contemplate going to intermediate tyres. But with 2 laps to go, absolutely pointless.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Temps are still fine. They're locked at about 80, 81. Rears might be a little bit warmer now. So final lap of the race begins.
Final lap of the race. Final lap.
It's been intermediate conditions for about 7 or 8 laps now. But there just wouldn't have been a point in stopping because you wouldn't make the time back again. It's half a minute back to George Russell in P5 at the minute, who is getting chased down with an issue with his car by a Ferrari, but I think he'll probably have enough in the tank to be able to make it. Oh, I don't know. That Ferrari is quite close. George probably holds on to P5, but it might be a straight run to the line. Wait and see if the Ferrari can get him. Lewis has bossed his Grand Prix from start to finish. Once he worked his way past me at the beginning, there was no catching him. We had quite the battle with both McLarens for a while. And then when Lando's pit strategy worked very heavily against him, it just kind of threw him all the way down the order. Russell picked up damage. That threw him all the way down the order. And then myself and Oscar Piastri have just battled with one another throughout the course of this Grand Prix. We've been as close as a few tenths. We've swapped positions back and forth. But at the end of the Grand Prix, we are going to have opened up about a 5.5 second gap. So a very well earned, a very hard fought in difficult conditions. First podium for Aston Martin. That's a P2. And we'll be very, very, very pleased with it indeed. A fifth, a fourth, and now a second. A race win might not be that far away. We are going to need some tracks that suit our car a bit better. Some not quite so long, straighty, AI, straight line, speed, OPE tracks. But we'll shake the bottle. We'll shake the bottle. We're very happy indeed to have a podium. Lance got a podium in Miami last time out. We get a podium now. This is going to be great for the constructors. Lewis takes the lead in the drivers' standings with that victory. We smash Leclerc. And, oh, we're not actually up to level 14 yet. I thought we might have been after that. Got right to the end. Now, that's going to give us a bit of a boost in the drivers' standings. But after retiring in Miami, it's not actually going to give us that much. And up next, Monaco. So I can take the resource points or I can take the driver acclaim. Resource points, please. Thank you very much. I will always take resource points over driver acclaim in a save like this. And as we head towards Monaco, the rotary speed has passed. So the engine's better. Now we just need the aero and chassis parts of the car to be better. Drag reduction. The DRS is in the way. Front downforce, rear downforce. I'm going to go for rear downforce with 1300. That'll be ready before Canada, which will be lovely. And then we'll get some more resource points in Monaco. With regards the driver's standings, I'm now P6 on 40 points. If I'd gotten something in Miami, I would probably have been P4. Maybe P3 ahead of Oscar. Currently, Lewis and Lando leading the way. And we're third in the constructors with Aston Martin, as Lance is actually doing quite well with that podium. He got a P3 in Miami. I get a P2 here in Imola. And up next is Monaco. Pierre Gasly not scoring points in Imola. P13 only for him, so we close the gap dramatically there. Lewis has got 3 wins in the opening 5 Grand Prix, and then Lando and George getting the other 2. Monaco is... well, Monaco, as you well know, so we'll take that one with a pinch of salt, but it's always worth the watch, if only just to laugh at my misfortune. That's all for me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support. Hopefully you enjoyed the Imola Grand Prix. Hopefully it was worth waiting for. I shall see you very soon for Monaco. I'm live all day today over on stream, on Twitch and YouTube, with a YouTube streaming channel with open lobbies on Formula 1 and then the Creator Series in Austria later on this evening. So do come and join me. If not, I'll see you on YouTube at some point soon. Bye-bye. Oh, chat. Chat. You have to go to 110 at Monaco now, do you? Damn, bruh. I do not. I very much do not. I can't remember what episode of Formula 1 that is, actually. 27? Where's the driver thumb? Let's have a look at the driver thumb. Actually, we'll go to the race weekend here with you guys on stream and see what the weather's going to be like in Monaco. Don't fucking rain! Is this the moral of the story? Oh, it's just episode 5 of season 2. F125. Here we go. We actually restarted the counter for the 2nd season. Pop that in that folder. Fully dry Monaco Grand Prix, huzzah! Tyre temps get hot in Monaco. We know that much. So we'll have to adjust accordingly for that. But, oh my lord, thankfully it's fully dry. Performance Index sees us step further away, supposedly. The AI is so slow in Season 2, it's horrendous, really. What's your weather saying, Daniel, for Monaco? Oh, sorry, Sector 2. Right, put the... Actually, no, these are going to be the more warm bits now, aren't they? So we'll leave those bits in for practice. The chicane after the tunnel, they're dreadful. Are they really? We'll wait and see. Thank you for the 90 bits, by the way, Nath. I appreciate it, dude. I was mid bleh at the time. Dry, 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 dry. Loving life, Daniel, aren't you? Right, let's try and find a thumbnail, shall we? Theatre. Dry race at Imola. Yes, please. Pay the prediction, certainly. Choose the prediction outcome. It was... All right, I'll show you the summary. Let me pause that. So, Andy's getting some points. Benny, Ryan, Darren, Harry, Chris, and definitely not Yoon. Actually, Yoon only bet 0, so he's not getting any points. And then Jaffa, Nola Bear, Ads, and Kazbaz, unfortunately for them, are losing theirs because we were, in fact, able to get a podium. Huzzah! Look at me go, aren't I great? Well, I was really wonky on the grid there that time, wasn't I? Pointing towards the start finish. Sorry, towards turn 1. Would that be a good shot? Not really, as it happens. George is right up my chuff, though. Jesus Christ. I put it in the wrong place. There we go. I want to get the angle so that it looks like me and George are super close, but I also need to factor in where everything else is on the thumbnail. Bosh. Yeah, F1 all day tomorrow. Open lobbies and then create series in Austria. So fingers crossed we can do something in Austria tomorrow. I hope so. Do we send you on a raid? Let's send you on a raid. Who can we send you to? Who else is live right now? Let's have a quick refresh. Sir Kerbington is live right now. Doing a team takedown with Capgun Tom, currently opening his packs. So I will send you over on a raid to our good friend Mr. Kerbington, who actually we're going to message and try and get his emotes off him for tyres for F1. So I'll probably be dropping Kerbs a DM sooner rather than later. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, if not Monday after that. Bye, Felicia.